Hey y'all, I wanted to hop on here I'm wearing my Bias Your Football Content t-shirt to share with y'all that there's gonna be some changes around here. Stuff shifting. You've seen that you may have seen, and I'm so happy to have joined the Anticonquista collective, sharing my podcast on there and some other content, whatever, comes up that's important to say. I'm so excited to join these folks that I love so much already. And so to that end, things are going to shift a little bit in how the podcast exists. I'm not going anywhere. Real Francamente will live forever because it's my baby and it's like my first podcast and I love her so much. We're just going to change things up and there's going to be a second podcast. So don't you worry, you're not going to see any less of me. And the second podcast, which we'll announce soon, will not be tied to football. So it'll still be the same anti-imperialist, educational, amazing experience that you have with Real Francamente, but it won't necessarily be tied to football. So because it's going to be kind of a separate podcast, but it'll still live on this feed and everything like that, in terms of YouTube. And then I'm going to give you some socials to follow as well. The feed's going to change a little bit. The YouTube feed is, and we're obviously going to have both on the Anticonquista YouTube feed. So definitely make sure that you're following us both. So Real Francamente has been dropping every 2 weeks. It's now going to drop every 4 weeks. And the in between, the other every 2 weeks. So it's going to alternate. It'll be this other second podcast. So about once a month, we're going to have a football episode, just how we've always had this whole entire time, which I've loved so much. And the other one, will be in there too. So every 2 weeks, you'll still get content. And we're doing that because I feel like keeping Real Francamente once every 2 weeks and adding a new podcast and dropping something every week is a little too much. And so we want to make sure that the content's good, that it's not forced. And so I really want to stay on that every 2 week schedule. But I wanted to share that with y'all. Make sure you're following me on here, Real Francamente. Follow my other account at Dr. Franca PhD, because that's also where I'll kind of be cross posting or posting more of the not Real Francamente podcast content on that account on Instagram. But make sure that you're following the correct YouTube feeds, and that you keep up with us. I hope that maybe some of those folks that have, not engaged with Real Francamente because they're not football fans, maybe we'll engage with this new podcast. I'm so excited to share it with you. I can't wait. I love y'all. Thank you so much for your continued support. I'm so excited to embark on this journey and I hope you'll come along with me. See you soon.